Good morning! So I feel like this morning I should bring back my rap theme.
Okay, let's see how that goes.
Rampaging through. Oh my, no go walk.
No, it won't work. It won't work at all.
Well, yes, it's a great morning, and you know, rampaging through the heavens and never stopping day or night. I could not help myself. A spectacle of a lifetime. Comment in full flight. Don't try me this morning.
I don't understand. I wanted to ask you, where is that coming from? But then again, it's Mary.
It's Mary.
And,
Mary Rhymes.
She's very Mary
that's
Rhymes.
my name.
Really, Mary Rhymes. A beautiful morning to you all. I mean, it's another Wonder Woman edition on Wake Up Nigeria, and we definitely cannot wait to take you through the amazements that today holds.
Yes, indeed. And I see what you did there.
Yes, definitely. Because I can't. I cannot can.
Okay, we will definitely ensure that today, as was the case with Halley's Comet,
yes,
will leave you edutained as we blaze through the Wonder Women Wednesday.
She still went back to it. I tried to rescue you, but you said no.
I can't wait for a second hour. Don't worry, it's a private joke.
Definitely. My name is Winfrey Daniel Okolo.
And of course, my name is Mary Bashua Alimi.
Definitely, and it's going to be an amazing show today because we have a whole lot lined up for you. But then again, don't forget, you can definitely join the conversation on all our social media platforms. Follow us on social media at
TVC Connects.
Definitely.
Yes. And of course, you can also download our app on both Android and iOS, okay?
Yeah.
And of course, well, you can also watch us on YouTube, TVC Entertainment.
Definitely.
So there are actually different ways you can connect with us. Right now, we're streaming live at TVC Connect on Facebook. And of course, you can also watch us on YouTube later if you miss any part of the show. Also on our website, we're streaming live as well, tvcentertainment.tv. So you have several options, okay?
Definitely, several options. But let's not forget that we definitely have Valentine's around the corner.
Yes!
And
I feel like it's tomorrow.
No, it's not.
What's my Valentine's dress? I did not plan it.
I can spot the red lips. So you're already in. And the red
What
button.
if I told you I did not even have red lips? I wasn't looking into the mirror when it was being applied.
Wow,
so.
that's how much they take care of you here, huh? Queen Mary.
Oh, wow. Okay, so, of course, we should mention the fact that TT and MM are around.
They're definitely around.
They're still being glammed up, but don't worry, they'll join us in the course of the show, okay?
Yes, they definitely
well, so many things happening today.
Yes, so many things happening.
So many things.
Today.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get right onto it. Of course, we'll be starting our discussion today with Adriana Abdullahi, who is a first-class graduate of pharmacy and integrative nutrition coach and the founder of Optimum Foodie. She definitely will be here to talk about shocking food facts you definitely should be aware of, especially in this season, so you don't go out of weight. And of course, we'll be joined here today to chat Miyonse, and he'll be telling us about Valentine's Day special treats. We definitely know that that's going to be one interesting conversation you don't want to miss.
And of course, there's a music performance by Olanrewaju Babatunde Joseph, popularly known as King TP. What is better than 4 queens on the show? Well, 5, of course. We will have Amaka Maria Alberto Ama, the newly crowned Miss Ututu Abia State. She loves cooking and traveling, and recently launched a PET project, which is to save young children from all sorts of abuse. We can't wait to have a conversation with her. What you see, what you get. Because there's one show I like watching on Nick, and the moment they say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the person is what you see.
Wait. So that's what happens when you're hanging around kids.
That's what happens when you have kids. Actually, it makes me wonder a lot when I go to my friend's house and they're always watching like
no, I've always watched cartoons,
Jam, and I'm like, okay, personally for you.
You can't play with cartoons and do you know when I go to the movies? I really watch normal movies. I'm not.
It's not explaining a lot of things.
I prefer watching.
Wow.
It's not what it does.
So being extra dramatic
Don't worry, in a
and
good way.
expressive.
Don't worry, don't look at me like that.
It comes with the territory. Expressing yourself. But
Yes.
you know, some people express themselves in different ways.
Yeah.
Some like to, put it out there. the whole world to see.
Quite a lot of expressions going on.
But morally speaking, we need to touch on that maybe later on.
We should.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you see this matter of moral, it's questionable. We will definitely talk about it during the coffee gist, but let me just prepare your mind in case you want to share your opinion with us. I'll just run you through the things that are trending now, and we'll let you know we're going to be talking about them. We're going to talk about Nelly and Ashanti. How Nelly was trending. And Ashanti that was sleeping in her house, so
just started trending.
Just chopped L. Then this one, if you've not heard of it, I didn't hear of it until this morning, so don't worry, we're in the same boat. But somebody that looks like a Nigerian musician.
Yes.
No, I did not say it is him. Before people come and say,
allegedly,
500 million from TBC.
Allegedly.
Somebody that looks like a popular artist is currently trending. So we will tell you why the person is trending.
Later on.
But basically, just as Titi said, moral and ethics.
Yes. And away from all that, in Lagos, fuel queues have emerged with a tailback stretching across some parts of the state. This has caused a gridlock in major parts of the state, affecting traffic movement. Some fuel stations were locked, while a few which were opened had long queues of motorists waiting to buy fuel. On the island, many filling stations were also seen with long queues. The situation is not different in the capital city, Abuja, and surrounding states, where majority of filling stations were shut and motorists spent hours in the sun struggling to buy from the few that were open. These fuel queues emerged in Lagos despite the assurance by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation over a week ago that the company has sufficient stock of petrol to meet the needs of Nigerians. And in a statement released on Wednesday, January 26th, by the Group Managing Director, Group Public Affairs Division of the NNPC, the corporation warned against panic buying and assured that it remains deeply committed to ensuring energy security for the country. Now, outside Nigeria, United Nations World Food Programme says 13 million people across the Horn of Africa face severe hunger because of continued drought. The WFP says that failed harvests and food shortages are forcing families from their homes, and immediate assistance is needed to prevent humanitarian crisis. The rainy season has failed 3 years in a row, and the drought continues. Crops are ruined, livestock are dying, and 13 million people in Ethiopia, Somalia, and Kenya are going hungry. WFP says without immediate assistance, a humanitarian crisis is unavoidable as food prices are rising with little to harvest. Demand for agricultural labor is falling, increasing the pressure on families to try to feed themselves. The body is appealing for $327 million to respond to the drought.
After 3 failed rainy seasons, the Horn of Africa is in the midst of a severe drought affecting up to 13 million people. Southern Ethiopia, northern Kenya and Somalia are impacted, livestock are dying, crops are failing, and populations are being forced from their homes.
And that's what we have time for when it comes to the news for this hour.
Good morning and welcome back. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Winfrey Daniel Kola, and it is time for the headlines. And I'll be starting with the nations. And for the major headlines here, we have ASU begins mobilization for another strike in universities. And of course, moving to the very top over the masthead, we have Uni's defection to APGA unsettles PDP. Fayose 6 unity. We have that on page 8. And right beside it, we have General Minima's passport seized over probe into 3.8 billion naira fraud. We have that on page 7. And Maine leads Senegal to AFCON glory. Atiku abandoned Benue in trying time, says Ortom. We have that on page 5. And that will be all for the nations. I'll move quickly on to the Punch newspaper. And here for the major headlines, we have NIMC portal breaks down banks, telcos, passport issuance suffer. We have that on page 31. Downtime enters 6th day. MTN, Glo, Airtel, others suspend SIM replacement acquisition. And immigration may rebook passport applicants' appointments as glitch stalls NIN verification. Telcos lose millions. Customs verification affected. NIMC apologizes as engineers battle crisis. And at the very top, we have investors commit 3.36 trillion naira to federal government bonds in 12 months. Oversubscription hit 1.6 trillion naira. We have that on page 32. External reserve slides to 4 months, low at $39.98 billion on page 33. And that will be all I'll be taking for the headlines this morning.
Hi there.
Yes, the lovely ladies are in the kitchen.
Indeed. And someone decided to, grace us with a glorious presence.
If you want to compliment me, Mary, go ahead.
Okay, so we are not going to compliment MM. Instead, we will talk about something that is trending right now, which is not MM.
No, but this hair is trending. It's a trend. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so of course, you guys, there's no way anybody here could say they missed the whole Nelly Ashanti gist.
I missed it.
Slave
Absolutely.
gist.
I actually did.
I missed it.
I missed it.
I was seeing Nelly. I just wasn't
It's just this
computing.
morning I found out too now.
This morning.
As in, I'm saying as at
Okay,
now.
as at now.
The only person that might have missed it is MM because MM was busy.
Yeah.
I wish. Oh, everybody saw what MM did. Amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Shegun. Anyway, so moving on.
There's just something about the moral fabric of
There's no fabric.
there is no fabric again.
It's only thread.
It's like lace now. It's so delicate, and it's hard to find people, call out things that are
so you
morally
don't
challenging.
feel lost. Let me just quickly run you through what we're talking about. First, we're talking about the Nelly Ashanti angle. Nelly's SEX tape leaked, and unfortunately, Ashanti was trending as well.
But it was she wasn't in the tape. Please.
No, she wasn't there. She was with somebody else, and she was training for different reasons. If you want the full gist, please, we are not telling the news story yet. You can go and check it online. Now, apart from that, we also have the Nigerian musician, unconfirmed, even though we saw his face clearly, but unconfirmed, because his management has not come to debunk the gist. But his own SEX tape too is currently trending. And so that brings us to what we mentioned earlier at the start of the show. Is there any such thing as moral and ethics anymore in the world we are? And incidentally, that's what we were discussing yesterday evening, on Journalist Hangouts.
It just feels like people have thrown caution completely to the wind, and the fact that I've just never been a fan of. I've never subscribed to anybody recording or taking pictures of themselves in intimate situations.
I don't know that one.
No, that issue of taking pictures, I'm just like, look, you're eventually gonna get married, have kids. How would they feel if they saw these things?
Okay, no,
if, for instance, you're running for office,
So now that
one
you
day.
say, you mean, it actually questions our style of parenting in this new age.
Yes, exactly.
Are we relenting in our style of parenting? Are we more lackadaisical? Are we more, oh no, the kids, they're going to grow up, so let's chill? Or are we what's going on? I mean, it's obvious that, this style of parenting compared to back in the days, the way our mothers and grandmothers raised our mothers and, grandmothers, it's different, and you see it in the little pieces. Yes, last week we talked about 3 young boys traveling all the way to another state to do Yahoo. Now today is this, controversy. Who knows what's going to be tomorrow? I mean, the Tiwa Savage one leaked the other time, and everyone was like, "Oh, Queen, we stand, yay!"
What? No, that was not the reaction.
I said people.
I don't think.
Okay, people.
You said everybody.
People. No, I said people.
You said everybody.
People. They actually, there was a lot of accolades, like they were practically praising her for what she did. And now this is happening. And then I saw a video of, UNILAG students doing the same thing to Oxley. They were applauding, applauding him and, praising him and, all of that. And I'm like,
stop? Okay. We've not gotten your opinion on this. We've not gotten your opinion.
Okay. I think basically, for me, right, I think the fact that we're even having this conversation, right, and asking the question, do we still have moral fabric, proves the fact that we still have moral fabric, to be honest. Right? Yeah, whether it's depleted, of course it's depleted and it's depleting. And there are several reasons, I would say, which has helped it be the way it is now, which the internet is one major part of it. But another thing is, I honestly do not have anything against two people that are literally having fun recording themselves. I totally believe that's your personal decision.
Oh my goodness.
But then again, yes, I think exactly, just probably protect it, put it in a hidden folder or something. Do you understand? Yeah. Also, the manner in which the video leaked was
obviously.
No, it seemed as if someone was recording the person's phone. Yeah. Do you understand? It didn't seem as if they recorded it to post it.
According to reports, he sent it to a friend.
Are you sure he sent it?
According to reports. According to
it looked like someone was recording.
Somebody's friend now
friend and then leaked it on.
So the reality is this. Okay. You
no, I just want to talk about, okay, fine. Now, the act of him sending it to a friend, that's probably the area that now should be addressed. Do you understand? Fine, recorded and everything. So why are you sending it to a friend? Do you understand? If it's only you in the thing, it's fine. But like, that's somebody else. But then again, if you took permission from the person and you sent it,
I doubt
which one is permission.
So I just wanted to quickly drop something. You see, that part you said, parents. So I've always, I don't know whether it's just me, but I've always believed that parents are not to blame. I know it might sound like, what are you saying? This is that. My opinion is, if your parents teach you, it is your responsibility to teach yourself. If your parents fail to teach you, it is your responsibility to teach yourself. The reality is, all four of us here, there are things that our parents taught us, and there are things we had to learn the hard way.
Okay,
so it's your responsibility
I'm going to take it from there. You know why? Because we need you to think about this when you're thinking about Valentine's. It is around the corner. Yes,
no,
think about the morals. Think about the morals.
We know that's not good.
Yes, that is good. It's more than You have to. Speaking of Valentine's, we have an amazing Valentine's package for you. You need to make sure you stay tuned so you'll see all our quick ads and of course on social media.
See, basically we are just telling you, keep sending in your entries. I'll send for one more day for you. The flat fee is your fault. So make sure you send in your entries today. Go straight to our social media pages to get details. Send in your entries now. And maybe it's your own I will choose because you listen to me today.
Welcome back, people. You're still on to Wake Up Nigeria, and yes, it is time for our nutrition segment. And today we will be talking about the shocking food facts. And to do justice to that is Odunayo Abdullahi. She's a first-class graduate of pharmacy, an integrative nutrition coach, and the founder of Optimum Foodie. And talking about shocking food facts. Wow.
Good morning.
Good morning. We grew up with so many food facts, myths about food, and rules, and you know, experiencing different stages even as we grew up, from being a young girl to growing up to being a wife to being a mother. Oh, motherhood! You have so many. Well, let's talk about the common ones.
Okay. I think one of the ones that still shock people the most is around beans. I remember very well we were teaching us food classes, and they always put the beans right on that protein. And then, you know, I grew up, and then I started doing this, and I realized, oh, beans is actually more of carbs than protein, and it's very interesting. And it's always like very surprising when I say that. And that information is important for two reasons, right? So for people that are trying to like lose weight, for example, they feel like, oh, I don't need to watch my portions of beans. Maybe it's beans now, it's protein, I'm all good. But it still has significant amount of calories as well. In fact, it has more than rice, right? But that doesn't mean it's not healthy.
Who would have thought, people? Who would have thought? Weight loss people, you're on this ship. Get on it.
It's not healthy, right? Because, like, okay, so a cup of white rice is, of cooked white rice, let me be specific, please, cooked. Cooked white rice is 205 calories. For beans, it's 250. Now, that doesn't mean beans is bad, but you still just have to be careful with your portions. In terms of fiber, it's amazing. It's like the grain that has the highest fiber, so it is amazing in that sense. But you still just need to be careful. Also, for people who are diabetic, right? So you're trying to be careful with the amount of carbs that you're taking, but you need to know what contains carb for you to be careful. So if you feel like beans was 100% protein, you might not be as careful as you might have been. knowing that, okay, this thing actually can raise my blood sugar.
Okay.
So that's another reason why it's important, that you're aware. And then we use beans for so many things. Besides potatoes, it's in akara, it's in moi moi. So just know that it's a carb contribution.
Now let's move on to another food fact.
Another one that I think I need to share is the basmati rice myth.
No!
No, you didn't. Especially
you're crushing a lot of hearts right now.
Especially considering how expensive it is. And I know, like, a lot of people make that sacrifice because they're like, it's my health. I'm going to pay, it's like, God knows what, 5 times, 10 times the price of regular rice. But, like, calorie-wise, in terms of your blood sugar, is pretty much the same.
With the regular rice.
The advantage that it does have is that it has a lower glycemic index. And what that means is that when you eat it, the way that your blood sugar rises is a little slower than with regular rice. But like in terms of the amount of carbs, all the same, it's the same. Calorie-wise, so for my weight loss people, it's the same. But the key basically to eating rice is eat your regular rice. You cannot afford basmati rice. It's not by force. Just make sure that you're having it with some kind of vegetable, whether that's in form of a balance or whether it's in form of a stir fry or salad. But you know that there's something there to boost the fiber because rice, generally white rice, is very low on fiber. So you want to get that from something else when you bring that in.
Okay.
Another one that I have to mention is the juice trend.
You don't mean the natural fruits?
Yes.
Natural fruits?
Whether it's natural or whether it is cold pressed, whether it's... So I prefer smoothies to juices, right? And I'll explain. So when we take juices, so juices are basically, we're taking the liquid from the fruits, but we feel like, oh, it's natural, so we're all good. But then, see, fruit is sweet for a reason. No, that sweetness did not come from heaven.
I know.
That sweetness is still sugar, in as much as it is natural. And when we take it, it still has similar effects like regular sugar. If you take apple juice, if you take orange juice, and I mean, even if you squeezed it by yourself with your hand in your house, so you're sure that there's no added sugar. You know that this thing is as natural as it comes. Your blood sugar will still rise the same way as if you took regular sugar. Calorie-wise, in terms of like comparing it to soda, literally the same. Right? So when people take like a 500 ml, you can't be drinking it like water. Let me just put it like that, right? You can't be saying, oh, water is boring, so I'm going to do something more healthy, and so I'm going to be drinking juices all day, right? Because there was this time that I had this client that was like, okay, you know what, Adriana, I want to start doing watermelon. Can I just be doing watermelon juice instead of water? And I'm like, have you started doing this thing you are just telling me? And he's like, yeah, the past 5 days or so. I'm like, how many bottles are you doing? And he's like, you can do like 5 to 6 bottles a day. And I'm like, you're just like that. He was adding very easily about 600 calories to the plan. And I'm like, that I did not add. Please. I know that it is natural, and I know it's watermelon. I know it was like, but what do I dig it myself, or I make it myself? And I'm like, I know. I'm not arguing that.
So in this case, you advise that we do smoothies instead because they contain what?
So with the smoothies, right, the fiber is in there, so it's more bulky.
Okay.
So the likelihood that, so like a 500 ml bottle of smoothie versus a 500 ml bottle of juice will have much less calories. Because yes, you have there's still calories in there, obviously, because it still has the juices. But because of the fiber, it's a bit more bulky. But generally speaking, I always encourage people as much as possible to eat whole.
Quickly, let's take one more fruit fact that you'd like us to know.
All right. One more that I think I need to share, and I think I'm not even going to tie this one directly to food, but it's regarding timing of when we eat. So there's this long-standing rule that once it's 7
p.m., we shouldn't eat dinner anymore.
I don't know who invented this thing, because
I believed that bit for so long, and it really, I felt really ashamed when I found out that, no, darling.
It is not. And it's frustrating for a lot of people, especially if you live in like Lagos, or you live in a busy city, where a lot of people actually don't even get them by that time, and then you're telling them, oh, you have to stop eating by that time. And it's just no scientific basis to it. It's not, I don't know how it became a thing. If you eat past 7 p.m., no, it does not automatically store as fat. That's not how it works. If at the end of each day, you're eating the right amount of calories you're supposed to eat, your body will burn it. It needs it, actually. The only reason why it saves calories, why it stores, is because you are actually eating more than you need, basically. So that's it. If you eat the right amount, you're good. You can even eat carbs at night as well. My only rule is maximum about 2 hours before bed, just so that you don't have heartburn, you don't have reflux when you lie down, but not because it will store as fat. Okay, that rule is, I don't know where it came from, honestly.
All right. Thank you so much. I would actually really want to know about intermittent fasting.
No problem.
But we will talk about that when next you're on the show. But it's always such a pleasure having you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome back. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria, and right now we're in the kitchen, as you can see, and I have Chef Anu here with me. And you know how she likes to do it. She likes having a lot of things inside glasses as opposed to having them in plates. So today, particularly because a lot of us are thinking about Valentine's Day and leaving the children out of our plans, we're making something for the kids. So yes, be attentive. Mary, MM, and Titi, this is for you. Yes. Okay, so today, what are we making?
So this morning I'm going to be making kids parfait.
Okay.
So I noticed that most children don't like taking the normal regular parfait because of the granola and, you know, most from observation. So I just decided to do something.
Okay, so you just decided to whip up this recipe that the kids will love. So tell us, what exactly do we have here today?
Okay, so we have our Greek yogurt, we have our strawberry and our vanilla Greek yogurt, our cookies, biscuits, and our chocolates.
Wow, a whole lot of sweets. Okay, so run me through the process of
I'm just going
this going.
Parfait is any layered dessert.
So in case you didn't know, parfait is any layered desserts. Okay. Okay.
Yes, so I'm just going to arrange them in layers in the cup. Start by putting the Greek yogurt, then add some biscuits, put another layer of Greek yogurt again, add probably chocolate or cookies, then add layers of Greek yogurt, then add cookies on top of it.
Okay, amazing. So that means we can do this with anything at all.
Yes, cookies,
right?
candy, sweets.
Wow, wouldn't that be a lot of sugar? You don't want kids climbing everywhere.
Well, I don't think sugar is so much for kids.
Okay, now, so I noticed you said Greek yogurt. So now that it's for the kids, is this, can we do away with this? I mean, considering the fact that we're using
you could use your normal regular yogurt. You could use you could use whipping cream. You could use ice cream also, but I just chose to
use Greek yogurt. I mean, let's balance out the Greek and the sweet. Okay, so now let's try. Let's try that. So, okay, I see you also use like 2 different colors of yogurts. Also give it like a nice,
just to make the color
attractive to them. Okay, nice. And we have some biscuits in there. And, have some cookies and some more.
Can I get another spoon?
Okay, sure. Definitely. Okay, and some more yogurt right at the top of that. Really, just do it the way you want to do it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's quite easy to make.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Coming together nicely. So we have some more biscuits on there. And, okay, so now this chunks, there's no particular way to do it. You just break it down the way you like to break it down. And, of course, you can put one fat lump right there, and easy. It's actually made, and your kids will actually enjoy that.
Wow. Okay, that wow was for something really super. I don't even know the word to use right now. Is it super?
A lot of interesting things happening. Wow. Wow. Okay, now wow to you.
But then, of course, we're glad to have you back on the second lap of Wake Up Nigeria this morning. If you're just joining us, well, you're in for the better part.
Definitely. As a Wonder Woman Wednesday, we're definitely here to make sure that you have, don't worry, all the gist Mary was calculating in her head. We'll bring it to you.
It was that gist that made me wow. Talk to Cyrene,
in a bit. And I'm definitely proud, talking about women, right? So Venice and Serena Williams are definitely had an amazing time with the movie produced, the King Richard was definitely nominated for the Oscars award, and it's been amazing. It's been,
I find buzzing. Really amazing when parents decide to be daddagers or mommagers. I don't know how they do it. Actually, I just found that word. But dadager. So when you see it in the dictionary, you know where you heard it from. Urban Dictionary, give me kudos, you know. But on a more serious note, it's actually a lot of sacrifice. Beyonce experience did it as well, definitely. And it's amazing when you can give everything up. Ariana Grande, so many of them actually that parents just give up everything to manage them.
Amazing stuff.
Okay, my name is Mary Bashua Alimi, in case you're wondering.
Yes, and my name is Winfrey Dania Okada. Make sure you keep it locked right here with us. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms, okay?
That's right. And of course, make sure you're following us. That one is very important.
Very, very important.
And just so you know, you can watch us from absolutely anywhere across the world.
Yes.
And it's very easy.
Very,
our
very
mobile app.
Very easy.
Okay? You can download that on Android and iOS store, okay? Also on Facebook. Yes. So you can watch us live at TVC Connect. So you can stream live wherever you may be right on.
Definitely. And of course, Valentine's in the mood. And of course, you know there's a dinner to be won by Chef Miyonse, right?
Yes.
We definitely will be having him here to tell us about what that special date night is going to be like, so make sure you do not miss any part of it.
The Valentine's Day special.
Yep.
It's not becoming a tradition. I'm actually looking forward to next year.
Yeah, wow.
Next year, as I said earlier, I'll just disappear for like a month.
Okay.
Then come and say, I'm no more on the show for just 2 months. Because I want Chef Miyonse to cook for me.
Okay, no problem.
Seriously though, let's check out what we have in this second hour.
Definitely struggling with intimacies. If you actually or your partner is, we definitely will not be doing that.
I love you, girl. You will not understand what just happened. Moving on, we will be having a beauty queen on the show today, talking about Miss Ututu, Abia State, Amaka Maria Alberto Ama, the 5th queen. Yes. She will be talking to us about nascent rain and a pet project.
Yes.
So I just want to predict that 2 things are going to happen in Nigeria within the next 1 to 2 years. There will be a song and a movie
on Destiny Stopper.
And both of them will be titled Destiny Stopper.
I thought there is not a movie already. I can bet that there is definitely a Nigerian movie.
But then again, it will have a premise, a solid one, to be honest. If actually there is.
Destiny
because there's a story. There's every story. I mean, not so long ago, Titi was singing Calorie Banana.
Calorie Banana.
That's that rhyme.
Calorie Banana. My God, is a Calorie Banana.
Yes, but when you're eating
I love that thing. I love that song.
Okay, so you don't feel lost. This used to be MMO. This one, I'm the one with all the gist today. I don't understand. Okay, so Destiny Stopper. If you're on Twitter, we can talk about Twitter without. If you're on Twitter, you probably know all the gist. But if you don't, just go straight on Twitter and type Destiny Stopper. The gist will bring itself. So it's about a lady, a PhD holder, who was sharing her love story in addition to her success story. And apparently she studied in Finland. And while there, she met a guy. She was studying. He was working. They were both working as cleaners at night.
And studying
by day. And then she gets a scholarship to do a PhD in Canada. And they were both madly in love. So she tells Loverboy, and he goes, marry me. And she goes, find your way to Canada. And we'll talk about marriage. And we thought it would end there. But then she goes on to say, oh, while she was there, all alone, trying to make something of herself, then later she finished, that people would tease her about the fact that she's not married yet. Her friends were already having children like 10 years earlier. Well, the gist is long, shall
Anyway, in a nutshell, she found a man. She's happy. She has a car now. She's about to buy a house. She's successful. She has someone that supports her genuinely.
But she could have stopped there. And she went further to say, to all the Destiny Stoppers out there, what was it she said?
So that was the one that made people furious at her. So that was actually what made it
I really do not understand why people were furious at her, because the truth is there are actually Destiny Stoppers in our lives. We just have to pray really, for the spirit of discernment to know who those people are, and then
and get them out of your path.
My take, however, is that destiny stoppers, they are the ones that go out to stop your destiny intentionally. But to be honest, from that guy's point of view, I actually kind of understand.
Yes.
Because he knew that exactly he was in love. Do you understand? And at that point, I mean, it seemed like the right thing for him to do at that point. And to be honest, yes, I think as a woman, you just need to know what you want, right? And just go for it, irrespective of it.
Because the reality is you are going to regret it later.
Yeah,
it's very likely. When you're starting with responsibilities, children, and you're like, oh, I could have done better if I had just waited a bit, you're going to regret it. I know someone who was going into music, like serious music industry. And when the first time she was going to a big music producer to record with somebody, and a man called her and said, choose between me and the music. And because she loved the man so much, under the rain, she went to his house because he was sick. Guess what? That divorce now. Okay, so life
is an island. You know, an island. You know what I'm referring to. Because
I did not say anything now. Why are you always that?
The way it comes at you, so what if the lady actually wasn't married? What if she didn't get married?
That's it.
What if she's still single?
Marriage is not for everybody.
Marriage is not for everybody.
Well, yes, I agree. But she was at that place where she actually really wanted to. She was at that place where she was like, oh, my mates are married, I'm not. I want to have kids.
At the end of the day, life happens to everybody. What works for you might not work for the other person. So what worked for her might not work for you.
What's working for us right now
be happy.
is moving on. We have to take the news. It's time for another news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Onyison. And as ASU is busy calling out its members, or rather calling on its members to get set for a showdown with the federal government, the former registrar of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, Professor Adedibu Ojeride, is fighting hard for himself not to face trial in court. Professor Ojeride is now opting for a plea bargain rather than standing trial over alleged 5 billion naira fraud. Mr. Ojeride pleaded with the trial judge, Justice Obiora Egwautu, to give him 24 hours to settle himself with the ICPC. His new lead counsel, Ibrahim Ishaku, told the court that his client prefers an out-of-court settlement known as a plea bargain to resolve the matter. The senior lawyer informed the judge that the trial could commence if, after 24 hours, the matter could not be resolved. Counsel to the ICPC, Mr. Ebenezer Shogunle, did not object to the request, but insisted that the trial would proceed in case the plea bargain fails. ICPC had on July 8, 2021, arraigned the former JAMB registrar on the 18-count charge bordering on diversion of public funds to the tune of over 5 billion naira. Away from that, in Lagos, fuel queues have emerged with a tailback stretching across some parts of the state. This has caused a gridlock in major parts of the state, affecting traffic movement. Some fuel stations were locked, while few which were open had long queues of motorists waiting to buy fuel. On the island, many filling stations were also seen with long queues. Now, the situation is not different in the city of Abuja and surrounding states, where the majority of filling stations were shut and motorists spent hours in the sun struggling to buy from the few that were open. These fuel queues emerged in Lagos despite the assurance by Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation over a week ago that the company has sufficient stock of petrol to meet the needs of Nigerians. In a statement released on Wednesday, January 26th, by the Group Managing Director, Public Affairs Division of the NNPC, the corporation warned against panic buying and assured that it remains deeply committed to ensuring energy security for the country. And that's all we have time for when it comes to the news for this hour.
And we are back, people.
Yes, we are. Someone asked me about it. I was laughing. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, on the show with us today is Amaka Maria Alberto Alma. She's the newly crowned Miss Ututu, Abia State. She loves cooking and traveling.
Of course, and she recently launched her pet project to save young children from all sorts of abuse.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Maybe setting the tone for us today.
Miss Emmy.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
And there's a certain you know, does this, I don't know what, it does a certain demeanor. Like, you know, when you talk, you know, that poise. I know I say it with Winfrey, but it's not about her today, it's about you.
I don't know.
Let's talk about Miss Ututu. Tell us, Miss Ututu, what's Ututu? What does Ututu mean?
Okay, Ututu is the name of my community.
Okay.
And Ututu, everyone knows that Ututu is good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so like in English, it's Miss Good Morning.
No, Ututu means morning, like
morning.
when you're telling someone good morning.
Okay, so what's the pageant about? What's the pageant Miss Ututu? What does it represent? What is it about?
Okay, the pageant is all about bringing the 19 villages together.
Oh,
yeah.
In Abia State?
Yeah.
Or in Ututu?
In Ututu, like bringing the 19 villages together, like for them to like still have unity and to live in peace.
Oh, okay. So the idea of the pageant now, when you're crowned, what is your role as the reigning queen now? What do you do? What are your responsibilities during this pageant?
Okay, like my responsibility are like helping others, like my project, Save the Child.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So quickly now, let's talk about. I'm concerned about the experience you had to go through the competition. I mean, were you tested based on your beauty? Was it about your intellect? Was it about your strength? You know, tell us about your experience during the competition.
Okay, I was tested with everything because the competition was so competitive.
Okay.
Whereby you're going to meet different kind of guests who really want the crown. And I myself, I was busy building myself up because I really need this crown. So I put all my focus on it.
All right, great. So who are your role models? Because, I mean, this must have been your dream as a child, right?
To me, my role model has always been my mother.
Okay. Oh, cute.
Okay, great. I mean, why did you decide to go into pageantry?
I grew up loving beauty queens, the way they walk, the way they talk, and the way they dress. They are different and unique.
Okay.
So I told myself that I want to be a model. Although I was being discouraged that model, you have to be naked and not dressed. I said, no, that is not my own main aim. But I know what I'm going for, and I'm happy I'm achieving my dream.
Now let's talk about your pet project, Save the Child. What inspired the initiative?
Okay, Save the Child is all about saving children from all sorts of immoralities, like trafficking, molestation, and all the rest. Okay. Because some children have been deprived from their rights, from education. Most of them don't go to school. And their parents send them out to hawk. And some of them, the parents send them to their friends. Maybe the friends has already promised them that I will train your child and I will support the child. Even when the friend take the child away, they end up sending the children to go outside and hawk for them, do all sorts of things. And so many things like our girls misbehaving up and down, sleeping with young boys and all the rest, most especially in my community in Ututu.
Yeah, so in a nutshell, some of these experiences happen around you and you feel that your initiative should reach out to these young girls and help them. Thank you so much, Miss Ututu Amaka, for being here today on the show. We wish you all the best in all your endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Amy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. All right. The giggling has already begun.
Because it's not someone unfamiliar we're about to have a conversation with, that's why.
Yes, so one of the reasons why we used to trend in the beginning of Wake Up Nigeria was because of one guy.
Let me show you the meme.
I used to do that. Now,
no, you don't remember that meme?
I do.
Now me up. When somebody did him strong thing. But that's not why we are here.
In the kitchen, we had someone gracing our stove, and his name was Miyonse, and he's back on the couch here with us. It is to Miyonse. But now is chef extraordinaire Miyonse. It's great to have you back in the studio with us.
Very nice to be here again.
Honestly, I am so overwhelmed and proud of everything you've been able to put together since the last time we saw, and you're working on so many great projects.
it just makes me feel like a proud mama.
The project me I'm sure interested in is the one that Miyonse, you unfortunately I don't qualify. Oh, you can't do me every year. But really, your Valentine's special, it's something so many people now look forward to.
Yeah.
Mainly because of your culinary expertise, and I find that really admirable and commendable. But first, let's not put the cart before the horse. You tell us about this Valentine's special.
Yeah.
For those that missed it last year in particular.
Okay, so basically this is the second edition.
Yes.
It's something that I conceived and I thought about it. You know, it's something that would continue over the year. Like, it's not just going to be limited to Valentine. It's going to be extend to Workers' Day, to December, family.
Yeah.
So the Valentine edition is just one of the many editions. But basically, the one we're talking about is the Valentine edition. Yeah, it is a couples event. You're just coming to enjoy yourself. Really, like, basically, you're coming to eat, play games, have fun. It's about bringing people together. And the brand has decided to back it. They love bringing people together. They have the passion of bringing, you know, families, people together, and I'm grateful to them and TVC. I mean, you guys have always been my partners. And, I'm always excited to be here. Whenever I remember, whenever I was cooking, I was like, I would like to sit on this couch. I'm not being in the kitchen every time.
And so you are like the official celebrity chef, and you're putting this event together for Valentine's. There's so much that you could put into an event, but I want to talk a bit about the food and how you've been able to take food from one level to the next level. Talk to us.
Okay. So I always try to reinvent regular food. I did that last year. A couple of young people, they were at the event, and you know they tried out what we were trying to do. It's basically reimagining food. This year, it's not going to be different. It's me reimagining simple food and transforming it into something fantastic.
Okay, fantastic. When it comes to...
So, you know what? I actually like all of this, but my own focus is still this Valentine's special, which I'll keep saying I do not qualify for. Give us details. There are so many people that, yes, they've been seeing or saying, oh, send in your entries and all. We've been getting a deluge of entries. In fact, we have to extend today. Well, I pray I'll get slapped for it. But we have to extend. And so we need to, you know, have details. Tell us when it's happening, where it's happening, what to expect, everything.
Okay, so the brand that is backing the Devon Kings, they have a challenge going on, Vibes with Devon Kings, and it is more or less, you need to download their song and give your interpretation. You and your partner give an interpretation of the song, and you post it up, tag them, and add the hashtag. Vibes with Devon Kings. That is as simple as that. And
That's all.
That's all.
Okay.
And you get to enjoy, like, I mean, see, the enjoyment there is just too much.
So what are the things to expect?
It's a 5-course meal.
5 course. Hey, 5?
Yes.
Wait,
I'm amping it up.
Wait, I think
last year was 3.
Yes.
This year is 5.
You know I have it in my head.
Yes.
5.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Can we? I think we should go to a break. Miyonse, you did not tell us it was 5. I think
we are not going on any break, but let him finish. 5 courses, okay.
Yeah, the 5-course meal. I mean, you're going to be having games, basically. And we want to test the knowledge of what you know about your partner. So it's games. It's a fun night. It's a relaxed night. It's just for you to come and have a wonderful time with your partner. And it's happening on the 12th of February.
All right, fantastic.
Okay. Wow.
Can't wait.
So it's like a prelude to Valentine's. Since Valentine decided to do this year and help those of us that don't have plans to make it a Monday.
No, but congratulations on this. Of course, you know, we're always glad to partner with you. Make sure you give us time. What time is it starting so we get there? So that the 5
Which
courses can
so you guys have a personal thing going.
Okay, if it's personal, I can give her time. But I mean, we're not going to be revealing venue and time on air for obvious reasons. Like, I mean, you're not qualified. You're not going to be there. So I mean, it's just for people that have been selected.
Okay.
The venue and the
but
time
how long
will be
will it
communicated
last?
to them.
Like,
how many hours?
When they get there, to what time they
It's
should
going to be
expect
about from 6-ish to like 9-ish. 9-ish, 10.
So
It promises to be
6 in the morning, 6 in the evening.
We travel. Do you want to wake people from their bed?
What's tomorrow, Lara?
No. I mean, it's 6
6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Evening. It's an evening event.
So
Yeah.
I know I'm already qualified. What should I wear? What should I
You
wear?
wear your wonderful dinner
wear.
In
I should
fact,
See, you're looking at that leather trouser. There's somebody watching with
It's all about the food, people. It's the love for food.
But you know, it's we've been talking about how awesome it is to see you again. What other plans are you having right now? What have you been working on? Kilo Shelle.
Oh, so personally, Chef Miyonse has been working with different brands, and basically, yeah, I'm still working with Devon Kings actively. I also work with some other brands here and there, and like I said, these flavors of love is something I intend to make something out of. You know, like I mentioned the Workers' Day edition. This year I intend to do the Workers' Day edition. This year I intend to do.
I'm a worker. I can do 8 courses.
This year I would see if I can pull off a Mother's Day and Father's Day edition. You know,
nice. I am a mother soon.
You know, but all these initiatives, I mean, is in works already.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, they've seen what we did for Valentine's Day last year, and they're going to see the second edition. So it sets everything, it makes everything easier, you know, to actually go through with. But
so now that you have discussed all of these events,
yes,
you know they say in Yoruba, we don't forget the people. You remember how we started?
We started
5 years ago.
Yes, yes. Like yesterday.
Which one is for us?
Yes.
which one?
What are you planning? And I'm saying it so that you can commit yourself here. The wake up crew.
What are we doing?
Wake up crew.
Yeah, wake up crew.
Cameraman.
Yes, so
director, the person in charge of
makeup,
the CG, everybody. Why are you turning red in the face? Miyonse, you only turn red in the face when you are like.
I'm thinking, but I cannot actually.
No
make
worry, we are not many, like maybe 45 of us. Because some of us will come with our spouse.
No promises will be made on air because we all need to.
You will tell us something. You will say, "Oh, I have plans for you," so that's why we hold you on the jugular, right?
Okay, so I mean, for all of this, I mean, I know that some of the stuff here would fit into each of these categories I've mentioned. Like the couples edition, we try and give you guys one slot. The
boyfriend. Wow. I like Jeff's Miyonse. Like 5 months old.
It's always great to see you. Always great to see you. Always great to see what you're doing online.
Don't interrupt. You have to give me the Titima Bakini. More Kini. What is going on? You've committed yourself that you have something for us, Abby?
Yes.
Bam. Everybody, we are cutting this part. He said he would do something for us. Let me behave myself. Must fair back to all right. TV.
So wait, Miyonse.
Now, you know me, I need to stay long. Yeah.
Wow.
No, I will not share. No, no.
Is it still the same person?
I feel like I should. Who are you spending Valentine's with?
I'm spending. Yeah, I'm sure the person.
Wow.
I'll be spending my Valentine with my vow.
Wait, why are you stuck here holding your ears?
No, I'm not. I'm sure I will.
You only ever do that twice. It's for 2 things: nervous and lying. Which one is it?
No, that question caught me unawares. But yeah, I will be spending my Valentine's with my vow. Yeah.
You are cooking for other people. You will not cook for the person that should be cooked for, Abby.
I mean, she will get her feeling like.
Is she going to be there?
Yeah?
So
is she going to be there?
I want to come
you know what?
Break.
I have to stop you here, Mary. You know what? And Winfrey want to talk to Miyonse.
No more Miyonse, Dada. If I let him escape, he will not tell me again. He will run away.
Why do you want to do this on air? Why are you so interested doing it on air?
I forgot myself. Sorry.
and Winfrey are in the kitchen and they want to ask Miyonse a few things as well, I think.
Beyonce, I got you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for saving me from Mary.
Stop fighting Beyonce. Stop it. Anyways, yes, last year I remember I was very much a part of your Valentine's special, and
how would you gas him? How would you gas him?
Beyonce, it was amazing. Every experience was amazing.
Beyonce.
So, what's that different thing? What's that thing that you intend to do differently this year?
It's going to be bigger. Basically, it's more like building on the success of the last year, of the previous edition. So there will be a shift, a total shift from the core ideology of that first edition.
Okay.
It's just making it better. I mean, adding more stuff to it. Like last year was 3 courses, this year is 5 courses. I mean, next year it could be 7 courses, and next year it's going to be 12 courses. You know, we're getting the games bigger. You're getting coverage better. You know, and basically it's building on the success of what's happened on the first edition.
The way you just said that, I think I will wait. I'm not in a hurry again.
Wow.
Because that's actually great. When you reach there, I want to be the one there.
Yeah. My question actually is, where did it start from? What was the inspiration to do this event?
Okay, I think I was on my bed sleeping. I'm not even lying. Like I was actually. So you know the states when you're half asleep and half awake, and I was thinking about. I don't know. The idea just came to me. I'm like, okay, why not do something for Valentine's Day? Like, you know, like people like to eat out during Valentine's Day, but why don't you get a brand to sponsor it, and it's like free for them, and they are enjoying every single moment of it. And your man approached a few sponsors, and Devon King sponsored last year, and I must say, thanks to them again. This year, they are footing the bill again.
Miyonse.
Amazing, nice.
Miyonse, I am very sure that while you were thinking about all of those, money was, you know, somewhere around it.
Oh, okay. So it's not something I make money off. It's not something I make money off. I feel like it's more of like a moment for me to actually give back and also reinvent myself. Because for every courses I do of food I put out, it sort of defines my year. Yeah, like, okay, so this is how I'm going to be cooking this year.
You're getting so deep on this, Beyonce. It's like you're about to start crying.
Was there last year. But thank you so much for coming. The conversation has not stopped. Wait. Between us.
So I want to do the official Wake Up Nigeria close. I want to just say, thank you so much, Chef Miyonse, for gracing us with your, presence today. We appreciate you for coming. Thank you so much. Make sure that our seats are prepared at the venue for
Chef
that 5-course meal. Chef Anu's in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And of course, Winfrey.
We have to go now.
Okay, yes, we definitely have to
Let's
go now.
know what it's like.
All yours, Winfrey. All yours.
Anyway, Chef Anu was definitely here with us today, and she actually made this amazing kitties happy that is definitely diving in. I think it was made specially for her. We said for kids. For kids. That's a good, right? It's a good, right? It's
well
a
done,
good.
Mama. Well done.
Thank you, everyone, for watching and staying tuned to this very point. It definitely was amazing being in front of your screens throughout the entire day. Titi and Mary, any final words? Okay.
Final words. Bye.
Let's be going.
Bye.
Same time, same station tomorrow.